Hare Krishna, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So today we are going to discuss one very unfortunate comment by the Kerala Finance Minister Thomas Isaac, and wherein he is congratulating the people of his state on the auspicious occasion of Onam, and he says, let me read this verbatim to you. He says, Happy Onam, we celebrate Mahabali who did not discriminate by caste or creed, not Vaman who cheated him. And then there was hue and cry, people were criticizing him, and then he issued a clarification from his side, and he says that, well, I was referring to a statement by Sahodaran Ayyappan, the ardent disciple of Sri Narayan Guru, and by making this statement he tried to wriggle out of this controversy. So we will present here today 6 points to counter what Thomas Isaac tried to say, and then we will make a request to his good self so that he should exercise his common sense and act responsibly. Which the first point we would like to make is that the goal of life. What is the goal of life? The goal of life is basically to please Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in Srimad Bhagavatam 1-13 it is mentioned the goal of life is to please Lord Hari. Samsiddhir Hari Toshnam. Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu, Lord Vaman, one and the same thing. And we applaud Bali Maharaj that he went all out to please Lord Vaman, knowing that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, even against the wishes of his Guru Shukracharya. Now, when people like Thomas make these kind of statements, they belittle the surrender, the effort of Maharaj Bali, and he can never please Maharaj Bali by making such stupid statements. The second point, as far as his point that Lord Vaman cheated Maharaj Bali. Now, if you look at the common definition of cheating, that you take more benefits from somebody and give less in return. Whereas this is not the case in case of Maharaj Bali. All of us know that Maharaj Bali, he even offered his own head so that Lord can place his third step on his head, and thereby he can keep his promise. And what did he gain? The Lord gave him Sutal, which is a planet created by Lord himself. And the Lord told him, well, you stay here till the duration of the present Indra, and then when this Indra, his duration expires, then you will become the next Indra. He gave him the position of Indra legitimately. Even though Maharaj Bali usurped, he snatched that position of Indra by force. But now, being pleased by the surrender of Bali Maharaj, Lord Vaman is happily giving him that, bestowing that title to him. Do you think this is a small thing? I mean, how can we belittle that? And to top it, the Lord himself, he became doorkeeper of Maharaj Bali. And he refused to do anything unless it is sanctioned by Maharaj Bali. I will not do anything unless Maharaj Bali tells me to do. If he gives me permission, I will act. Durvasa Rishi came. Dwarka was under attack. Durvasa Rishi came to ask Lord Vaman to come and protect Dwarka. Lord Vaman flatly refused. He said, well, I can't come. You have to first ask Bali Maharaj. If he gives me permission, I will go. Bali Maharaj didn't give permission, Lord Vaman didn't go. Now that's the kind of commitment Lord Vaman is showing towards his servant. He became servant of his servant. Thomas, he has the audacity to say that Lord Vaman cheated. Do you cheat somebody by becoming his servant? What kind of cheating is that? This is, completely crazy statement. This conception of Lord becoming the servant is only available in Sanatana Dharma. No other religion can boast of this. Our Sanatana Dharma says that we can reciprocate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in 5 principal rasas or mellows, devotional mellows. Shant, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And in Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, the devotees, they can make Krishna their subordinate. They can make Lord Vishnu their subordinate. This particular feature, this glory of Supreme Personality of Godhead is not available elsewhere. So instead of appreciating it, I'm sure he doesn't even know such things. So the idea is that one should actually try to figure out, to try to find, go to a bona fide spiritual master and understand these things before even commenting. The third thing in his tweet statement, where Thomas is saying that, Bali Maharaj wasn't worried about caste and creed. Well, caste and creed was never an idea in Sanatana Dharma. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Chaturvaya Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. The Varnashram Dharma, the institution, is based not on birth, but is based on qualities, guna, the qualities one has, and his behavior, karma. So, when we say caste and creed, well, can we have a casteless society? You cannot have a casteless society. But you have caste and creed based on, not birthright, but based on the activities one performs, based on the qualities one has. And there is nothing wrong in that. So the rant of Thomas Isaac, wherein he says, well, Bali Maharaj, he didn't believe in caste and creed, this is bullshit. Lord Krishna, none of our acharyas, none of the Vishnu avatars, do you think they have such narrow mindset? Do you think they were communal? They weren't communal. They were, even the asuras, they were glorifying Krishna or Lord Vishnu. Well, in chastising the demons or asuras, the Lord favored them. The Lord gave them their mercy. Even Putna, who tried to kill Krishna, Krishna gave Putna the status of his nurse, Dhatri Uchita, Bhagavatam says. So what kind of caste, creed or partiality are we really talking about here? The fourth point I would like to mention, the clarification, is that the Lord has family connections with Bali Maharaj. When Lord came as Lord Narasimhadev and he gave promise to protect Prahlad Maharaj, not only Prahlad Maharaj but even his deceased father Hiranyakashipu and his generation that is yet to come. And the Lord fulfilled his promise. Lord protected Virochan, Prahlad Maharaj's son, and the Lord protected Bali Maharaj. Lord could have killed Bali Maharaj. What's so big about killing Bali Maharaj? But the Lord didn't kill. Lord actually went, and with great humility the Lord asked for 3 steps of land. That is nothing but the mercy of Lord because of the family connection. The Lord extended this courtesy even to son of Bali Maharaj, Banasur, and the Lord spared his life and engaged him in his service. What are we talking about? That is the kind of mercy, and we are trying to belittle that mercy that Bali Maharaj so fondly remembers. And the fifth point is that when we talk about the mercy of the Lord, that there are two recipients of the mercy of the Lord here. One is Indra and another is Bali Maharaj. Now who got better mercy? Even Indra himself admits that Bali got the better deal. Bali Maharaj was able to retain Lord Vaman constantly in his vision. That was not available to Indra. When Narad Muni inquired from Indra in heaven, okay, you are very glorious because Lord Vaman Dev accepts your worship. He says no, he comes when he comes, he goes when he goes. I have no control. But this is not the case with Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj could virtually imprison in his heart Lord Vaman Dev, and Lord Vaman was actually there acting as a doorkeeper. The sixth and the last point I would like here to make is about Sahodharan Ayyappan, which he is quoting this statement from Sahodharan Ayyappan, this Thomas Isaac. Now there are thousands and thousands of commentaries or comments from various persons, from devotees of the Lord and demons who are envious of the Lord. And you choose a statement by somebody, maybe he doesn't understand the glorious situation of Maharaj Bali and Lord Vaman. Maybe he is envious of Lord Vaman, and you choose to take that statement and use it to spread communal hatred. What kind of responsibility are you showing? By mercy of Lord, you are in a responsible position. You have to acknowledge that. You have to feel humble that you have been given this responsibility, and you are misusing that, thinking that you cannot be checked by anybody. I mean, how much lifespan do you think you have? 100, 120 years, 80 years, 90 years, 80 years onwards, anyhow a person becomes invalid. So what kind of freedom you really think you have, and what kind of repercussions are you going to face because of as a result of your baseless accusations, your show of hatred and envy to the Lord? So we are humbly requesting Thomas Isaac, if you hear this particular clip, that please refrain from making useless, half-cooked theories about Maharaj Bali or the Lord himself. Please take shelter of a bona fide Guru and learn what Sanatana Dharma has to offer. And then with great humility, if you understand something, then you can discuss about that. Not that you take some out of the context statement from somebody, some out of the context statement from somewhere else, and then you join together and present some really foolish idea. That's not, it is neither required nor does it befit a person of your stature. So please act sensibly as per the reputation, the position you enjoy in society, and help everyone, whatever religion they practice, help everyone to increase their love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is actually the goal of life. So we'll stop here. Thank you for watching this. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.